bit about the Rough Guide to Accessibility. Tell me like what it is and how can people access it?
Yes, so it's in many ways a conventional guidebook, like you might have a guidebook to Wales or France or wherever, but it's over 200 sites in the UK, and each one has been reviewed by and road tested on the ground. So someone's gone there, checked it out. They've also looked at what facilities are available in terms of accessible toilets, whether you can hire a mobility scooter, places, refreshments, car parking, all of those things. So there's lots of detail in there, and it's presented with a series of symbols. So at a glance, you can see, okay, this has got accessible parking, or whatever you need to hone in on. So it's a good tool for kind of preparing and researching a trip.
And for people, days out can be expensive. Is there something that can help with that?
Yeah, I mean, certainly one of the symbols in the book actually will indicate whether it's free for carers, for starters. And I mean, also something I was chatting with Suzanne earlier, and sometimes quite a good way to approach things is a lot of places will have an annual pass or even a ticket that's valid for a whole year. So rather than feeling, oh, I've got to go for a day and I've got to make the most and I've got to see everything, maybe coming back again is a good way to get your money's worth.
There was a little thought we had, wasn't there, about places that we can't go to, but we can visit them in another way. What was the idea there?
Yeah, well, it's something which I think sort of really took off in COVID, because I can remember being at home trying to homeschool my two young kids at the time. But a lot of museums have virtual tours. So, if you can't get out or don't feel like getting out, that's quite a nice way to sort of transport yourself somewhere else, learn something new. And I know, like the Science Museum in London, for example, they've got all like huge archive of objects. It was actually, I was looking at it recently. There's a whole thing about the history of the wheelchair. I was thinking, wow, what a great topic. Or you could go and look at Greek vases or, fashion items, So, just sort of go down a wormhole and follow your interest in that way. So there's certainly a lot of online resource that you can enjoy.
Yeah.